44 BC. Julius Caesar was the most powerful man in Rome. He had conquered nations, defeated enemies, and built an empire. But power like that comes with a price, and his best friends were about to make him pay it. Behind closed doors, Rome's most respected senators were meeting in secret. They claimed they were saving the Republic, but what they were really planning was murder. On the morning of his death, Caesar was warned not to go. His wife begged him to stay home. But when you've already conquered the world, it's easy to believe you're untouchable. Ignoring every warning, Caesar walked straight into the Senate. He had no idea that inside, 60 senators were waiting, and 23 of them were holding knives. Caesar walked in like he owned the place, and in a way, he did. But the moment he stepped into that room, he was surrounded, and there was no way out. At first, Caesar didn't notice, but then, one by one, the senators started moving closer, and suddenly, he was surrounded. It happened fast. One moment, Caesar was standing. The next, the men he trusted most were attacking him from every side. And then Caesar saw him, Brutus, the one man he trusted like a son. In that moment, Caesar realized this wasn't just murder, this was betrayal.
Caesar's death!
The news spread like wildfire through Rome. In minutes, the entire city knew, and everything changed forever. By noon, the entire city had gathered in the plaza. Thousands of Romans stood in shocked silence, waiting for answers. And then, Caesar's trusted friend stepped forward to speak. Mark Antony loved Caesar like a brother. And now, standing before thousands of Romans, he was about to remind them exactly who had betrayed their greatest leader. And with every word Antony spoke, the crowd's grief turned into rage. The conspirators had thought killing Caesar would save Rome. Now they were about to watch their own city turn against them. Rome erupted into civil war. The city that Caesar built was now tearing itself apart. Families were divided. Soldiers fought soldiers. And all because of one decision made in the Senate. Within weeks, the conspirators were hunted down and defeated. Brutus, the man who killed his closest friend, now faced the price of his betrayal. One by one, the conspirators fell. The men who thought they were heroes were now broken and forgotten. Brutus, the man Caesar trusted most, finally faced the price of his betrayal. From the ashes of civil war, a new leader rose to power. He would transform Rome into an empire that would last for centuries. And it all started because the conspirators killed Caesar. Caesar was dead, but his legacy was immortal. His name would be spoken for thousands of years. His influence would shape the entire Western world, and the conspirators who tried to erase him would be forgotten. The conspirators killed Caesar to save the Republic. Instead, they killed it. From the ashes rose an empire that lasted 500 years. The man they murdered became immortal. History remembers Caesar forever. There was only silence. The conspirators stood frozen, staring at what they had done. They thought they had saved Rome. But in that silence, they began to understand. They had just destroyed everything. Then one conspirator broke. He ran. And suddenly, the others realized the truth. They weren't heroes. They were murderers. And Rome would be coming for them. Panic spread like fire. The conspirators scattered. The men who stood together to kill Caesar couldn't stand together for even a minute after. They ran, and Brutus watched them go, realizing he was alone with what they had done. The guards ran into the streets. They told the first person they saw. That person told another and another. Within minutes, the word was spreading through Rome like wildfire. Caesar is dead. Within the hour, thousands had gathered at the Senate. They filled the plaza. They blocked the streets. They demanded to know, is it true? Is Caesar really dead? And if he is, what happens now? Then the Senate doors opened. Mark Antony stepped out, Caesar's closest friend, his most loyal ally. The crowd fell silent, because everyone knew whatever Antony said next would decide Rome's future. Antony didn't just speak, he performed. With every word, he reminded them of Caesar's greatness. With every gesture, he pointed at Caesar's murderers. And the crowd began to change. And then it happened. The grief turned to rage. The crowd became a mob. And with torches in hand, they poured into the streets, hunting for the men who killed Caesar. The conspirators ran. They hid. They begged guards for help. The men who controlled Rome were now fleeing through its streets. And Brutus looked back one last time at the city he thought he'd saved. Caesar's assassination didn't bring peace. It brought fire. Rome burned from within. Riots, chaos, citizens against citizens. The conspirators thought they were saving the Republic. They were ending it. From the chaos came Caesar's heir, Octavian. He didn't ask for power. He took it. And Rome, too exhausted to fight, accepted him. The Republic was over. The Empire had begun. They caught conspirators from every corner of Rome they hide in, even in the forest. Octavian was given the title of next Roman leader. Every plaza, every coin, every monument. Caesar was everywhere. The men who killed him tried to erase his name. Instead, they carved it into history forever. The conspirators? Their statues torn down, their names erased, their memories forgotten. They killed the most famous man in Rome and became nobodies. The empire surged. Britain, Gaul, Spain, Egypt, Germania. The Mediterranean became a Roman lake. Roads tied it together.
All of this because the conspirators killed Caesar.
200 years of peace, the Pax Romana. Roads, law, and trade stitched 3 continents together. Cities filled with fountains, markets, and marble. This was Caesar's dream. And for a while, it worked. Then the empire started to break. Emperors rose and fell, fast, violent, endless. Plague and inflation hollowed the cities. Borders buckled under pressure. Rome had conquered the world. Now it couldn't hold it. In 476 AD, the West ended. A Gothic king took the crown from the last boy emperor and set it aside. No final battle, just a quiet surrender of history. Rome still stood.
Caesar, Kaiser, Tsar. Et tu, Brute.